Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome. And welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, today on the Ryan Awesome Show, I'll be talking about AEW Revolution 2021. Now, overall, man, it was a good show. It was a fun show. You know, wasn't it wasn't the best show. There were some things on the show I didn't like. I didn't like the main event, like the ending towards the ending of the main event. I didn't like it, but the main event it was a great match, but I didn't like the ending of it. You know, Another thing I didn't like about it, the pay per view. It's just the pay per view was just way too long, man. It was way too long. It thing started at 6 o'clock and ended at 10, like 10:40 something. Yeah, 10:40. And but other than that, it was still a good show, a decent show. I absolutely loved the stage, the setup towards the stage. The stage it looked like the stage it looked big, it looked bigger and stuff like that. And yeah, we had some good matches on the show, good matches and some brutal matches. And yeah, man, that's all with the show. And so yeah, this is the AEW Revolution 2021 review on the Ryan Awesome Show. If you haven't done this already, hit the thumbs up, man. What are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, press that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you'll be the first ones to know when my next video will come out. I'm here each and every single week, so make sure you subscribe and turn on that bell so you don't miss out. And so now, first was the pre-show, and yeah, the buy-in, whatever you want to call it. And it was Dr. Britt Baker. It was supposed to be Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D, and Reba versus Thunder Rosa and Riho, but Reba was injured. She was quote unquote injured, and so yeah, so Britt Baker she needed a partner, and so her partner was Maki Itoh from the AEW Women's Tournament. And so yeah, Maki Itoh, she first off she came out to the ring. She was singing her theme music. Didn't even understand a word that she said. So yeah, she came out, she was singing her theme music, and she got in the ring, and that was it. Maki Itoh, man, she looks like an anime character, character. But this match, it was good. It wasn't that bad. I would have much preferred Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. That's the money match right there, Britt and Rosa. But yeah, so yeah, we had drop kicks to Baker from Rio. So Rio was giving drop kicks to Baker. And yeah, she followed that up with a tilt-a-whirl head scissors. And then we had Rosa and Itoh. They faced off. They were going back and forth with strikes, elbow strikes. And then at one point we had Itoh. Itoh, she was crying that Thunder Rosa hit her and something like that. And then she stomped on Rosa's feet. And then yeah, we had a double team move to Itoh from Rosa and Riho. And then Riho, she had a 619 on Itoh. And then she kicked out of that. And yeah, Baker, she attacked Riho outside the ring. And then Itoh, she was going for a drop kick and she missed it. And yeah. And then Riho, she hit a diving crossbody on Itoh. And Itoh, she kicked out of it. And then Rosa and Baker, they were going back and forth. And then at one point, we had Britt Baker. She was sitting down in the corner. And then Thunder Rosa, she just ran over and gave her a drop kick, kicked her right in the face. And then, yeah, she followed that up with a running senton. And then Britt Baker, she had a sling blade to Rosa. And then Itoh, yeah, Itoh, she hit a tornado DDT on Thunder Rosa. And yeah, in the Rio, she locked in the single leg Boston Crab on Itoh. And then Itoh, she grabbed the bottom rope. In Rio and Itoh, they were going back and forth with strikes. And then Baker, she had a air raid crash on Riho. And then Rosa, she broke up the pin. And then Rosa, she hit a Death Valley driver on Britt Baker on Britt Baker. And then Reba, she tried to get involved. And yeah, she tried to get involved, but Rosa, she knocked Britt Baker into Reba. And so yeah, So this is the end of the match. We had Britt Baker, well, or Reba. We had Reba. She had a crutch. She had a crutch in her hand. And she hit Thunder Rosa with the crutch right behind the referee's back. And then Baker, she just went for the cover. She covered Rosa for the 1, 2, 3, and that was it. That was it. That was the end of the match, and that was the end of the pre-show. Good match and everything, but I would have much preferred Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. And so yeah, right after this was the main show, and so we kicked off the show with the tag team championship match, and it was MJF and Chris Jericho of the Inner Circle with Wardlow in their corner versus the Young Bucks, who are the AEW World Tag Team Champions. That's Matt and Nick Jackson. And so yeah, they were doing their entrance and stuff like that, the introduction. And then you know how the referee holds the titles up, saying that this is gonna be a championship match. Yeah, Aubrey Edwards, she was the referee of the match. She held up the titles, and then Jericho had snatched one of the titles out of her hand and started holding it up. And so yeah, I thought that was really funny. And so yeah, the Bucks, they were going right after Jericho and MJF. And at one point they were fighting outside the ring. And then they gave double tope suicidas to Jericho and MJF. And then they gave stereo sharpshooters to Jericho and MJF. And then we had an assisted drop kick to MJF from Nick. And yeah. And so yeah, we had Wardlow. He tried to attack. Well, he did attack Nick. He attacked Nick outside the ring behind the referee's back, so the referee did not see it. And yeah, we had a double flapjack to Nick from Jericho and MJF. And then they did the Bucks taunt. Their taunt that they do. They did the taunt. And then we had a hot tag to Matt. He took out Jericho and MJF. And then Wardlow, he again gets involved. But, when Matt, he was running towards the rope, we had Wardlow, he opened up the rope. So Matt, he fell out the ring. And then we had a double delayed vertical suplex from Matt. I mean, not from Matt, to Matt, from Jericho and MJF while giving the finger. And we had a double DDT to Jericho and MJF from Matt. And then we had a hot tag to Nick. He took out Jericho and MJF. He hit a bulldog clothesline combo to Jericho and MJF. He hit the bulldog on MJF and he hit the clothesline on Jericho. And then we had Nick. We had Nick Jackson. He hit a Canadian Destroyer to MJF. And MJF, he kicked out of it. And then at one point, we had the Bucks. They hit a tag team finishing move, but it wasn't their tag team finishing move. It was the tag team finishing move of the Motor City Machine Guns of Impact Wrestling. And it was a sliced bread. It like a sliced bread. And they hit that on MJF. So as C's Planet, could the Motor City Machine Guns show up in AEW? Don't know. And then we had the Meltzer Driver. They tried to go for the Meltzer Driver, the Bucks did. And MJF, he stopped it from happening. And then Jericho, he hit a tombstone. He hit a tombstone power driver on Matt Jackson. And then Jericho, he locked in the walls of Jericho to Nick. And then Matt, he tried to break it up. Matt tried to break up the walls of Jericho. And then Jericho locked in the walls of Jericho on Matt. And then MJF, he was showing off in this match. He was doing the DX suck it stuff. And so, yeah, he kept doing suck it. And then MJF ended up getting attacked. And then Matt, he tried to go for a high-flying move, but he got caught with a code breaker from Jericho. And then Nick, he rolled up MJF. MJF, he kicked out. And then Wardlow, he distracted the referee. And then Jericho grabbed the bat, and he hit Matt with the bat, Floyd the bat. And then MJF, he followed that up with a heat seeker. On Matt Jackson. On Nick. And then Nick, he kicked out of it. And then we had stereo crossbodies to Jericho and MJF. So he hit one on Jericho in the ring. And they had, I think Nick, he hit one on MJF outside the ring. And then at one point we had Jericho. Wardlow, he was on the apron. And so Jericho, he accidentally hit Wardlow with a Judas effect. And so, yeah. So he accidentally hit Wardlow with the Judas effect. And then Jericho tried to go for the Lion Salt. And then he got caught with a super kick from the Bucks. And then the Bucks, they went for the BTE trigger on Jericho. They hit the BTE trigger on Jericho. And then MJF, he broke up the pin. And then we had a super kick party to MJF and Jericho from the Bucks. And then the Bucks, they hit the Meltzer Driver on Jericho to win the match. And that was it. And so the Young Bucks win and are still the AEW World Tag Team Champions. And, I love this match. It was an awesome tag team match to start off the show. Great match to start off the show. And we all know Jericho. Jericho and MJF were not winning those titles. Those titles are going to those titles going to the Good Brothers. That's what I think. They're going to the Good Brothers because they had a few going on. They had a few, but they had beef and stuff like that, but they never picked up on it. But it's gonna pick up right after this, man. Especially what happened after tonight. And so yeah, Jericho and MJF they lost, and since Jericho took the pin, I think MJF he gonna end up blaming Jericho. He gonna end up blaming Jericho for the loss and stuff. I thought this is what I thought. I thought that Sammy was gonna show up. I thought Sammy was gonna show up and cost the Inner Circle the win. Because he quit the Inner Circle. He don't want nothing to do with the Inner Circle. So to stick it to the Inner Circle, I thought Sammy was gonna intervene in the match to try to cost Jericho and MJF the win. But yeah, that was it with that. Great match. And so yeah, right after this, man, we had the Tag Team Battle Royale. The Tag Team Battle Royale from the Tag Team division. And it was like the Royal Rumble. Like two teams start at the same time and then another team comes out like the Royal Rumble, but it's a tag team. You know, it was all over the place, man. This match was all over the place. All over the place. I could not keep up with nothing, man. But another thing I didn't even like. Like one thing I did not like about this match is the fact too many interferences in this match. Too many interferences. You had people got eliminated by people who wasn't even in the Royale. But yeah, I didn't like that, man. I really didn't like it. But yeah, it was still good. It was a good match and everything, but I did not like the interference. And so yeah, the first entrant was the Natural Nightmares. That's QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes. And team number 2 were number 5 and number 10 from the Dark Order. So yeah, they were going at it. We had a power slam to 10 from Dustin. And then we had a double bulldog to 5 and 10 from Dustin on 5 and 10. And then the third entrant came out proud and powerful of the Inner Circle. That's Santana and Ortiz, who were my pick to win. And so they took out everyone. They took out everybody. And then we had a diamond cutter to number 5 from QT. And then QT, he eliminated 5. So we have the first elimination. 10 is still in the match. So that's another. I like this match. One thing I did like about it was that if one member of the team get eliminated, the team is still in there. You have another person that's in your team that didn't get eliminated. They have a chance to win that tournament. Not the tournament. They have a chance to win that Royale for your team. So that's one thing I liked about it. And so yeah, QT he eliminated 5. 10 is still in there. And then number 4 came out Matt and Mike Seidel. We had a Meteor to Santana from Matt. Number 5 came out the Dark Order. Entry number 5 was the Dark Order. That's Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. And they took out everyone. And then Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz, they eliminated Mike Seidel, And then Uno and Grayson, they were going after Proud and Powerful. And then entry number 6 came out the Gun Club. That's Austin and Colton Gunn. Sons of the Gun. And then they took out Uno and Grayson. And then Proud and Powerful, they eliminated Matt Seidel. So since Mike was eliminated, Matt also got eliminated by Proud and Powerful. So that means the Seidel brothers, they're out. And team number 7 came out Pretty Peter Avalon and Cesar Bononi. And they took out the Gun Club. And then number 8 came out the Varsity Blondes. That's Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. We had Cesar Bononi. He took out the Varsity Blondes with a double suplex. And we had a Famouser to Avalon from Austin Gunn. And then Austin, he ended up eliminated Avalon. So Avalon is eliminated. And then QT, at one point, I think, yeah, the Gun Club, they were trying to eliminate Bononi. But QT Marshall, he came out and eliminated everybody. He eliminated the Gun Club, and that was it. Cesar Bononi almost got eliminated from that, but he did not. But QT, he eliminated the Gun Club, who are part of the Nightmare family. Natural Nightmares, they're part of the Nightmare family, and the Gun Club are part of the Nightmare family. So Dustin Rhodes, his partner, he was not happy about that. He was not happy about it. And so QT, they were both arguing. QT was like, dude, we're doing this for the championships. Is every team for themselves? And so, yeah, Dustin, he was still mad at QT. And QT, he was like, man, screw you, dude. Like, screw you. And so he ended up eliminating himself. QT eliminated himself, so he jumped over the top rope, eliminating himself. So, and then right after that, he spit in Dustin Rhodes' face. He spat on him. So that was a heel turn right there. So QT is a heel. And number 9 came out Bear Country. And yeah, Bear Country, they came out. I didn't get their names. I got one of them, Bear. And so Bear, he picked up Garrison and Uno at the same time. That was really impressive. Even Uno is not a small guy. He is not a small guy. You know, and Garrison is not small either. And to have him pick up both guys at the same time was very impressive. And then Grayson, he picks up Bear. He picks up Bear. So that was really impressive. And then Bear Country, they eliminated Grayson. But Uno is still there. He's still alive. And so number 10 came out the Jurassic Express. That's Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. And Marco Stunt, who came out with them too. Keep that in mind, Marco Stunt. And then Jungle Boy, he eliminated Ortiz. And then Luchasaurus, he eliminated Bononi and Garrison. So Pretty Peter Avalon and Bononi, the team of Bononi and Avalon are out. And then Garrison, he got eliminated. And then we had Marco Stunt, dude. We had Marco Stunt. He eliminated Evil Uno. Marco Stunt was not in the match, and he eliminated Evil Uno. And so this is what happened. First off, he had a head scissors. He had a head scissors on Evil Uno. And so Evil Uno, he was supposed to fall out of the ring. Evil Uno, like, dude, Marco Stunt, he already hit the move. He already hit the head scissors on Evil Uno. And this is what Evil Uno did. Evil Uno, he ran towards the outside ring, the outside ring post. He ran into it. He fell. Like he purposely did that. He purposely ran at the ring post and he hit the ring post and he fell. That's exactly what happened. So Evil Uno is out. That was really goofy. That was goofy. That was not good. That was not good. So that means Evil Uno and Stu Grayson of the Dark Order, they're out. They're out of the tournament. And then we had Jack Evans out of nowhere. Jack Evans, who was not in the Rumble, he eliminated 10. He eliminated number 10, so 5 and 10 of the Dark Order is no more. And out at team number 11 was the Butcher and the Blade with Allie on their side. And we had Allie, she eliminated Dustin Rhodes. Allie wasn't even in the match, and she eliminated Dustin Rhodes by dragging him out of the ring. Did not like that either. And then at number 12 came out Private Party. That's Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. And, you know, they were taking their time getting to the ring, and they ended up getting in the ring. They took out Jungle Boy. And then team number 13 came out SCU. That's Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. And then they go after Private Party. And then Bear Country, they eliminated Luchasaurus. That's a huge elimination. And then Bear Country, they eliminated... Well, yeah, Bear Country, they were eliminated by the Butcher. Both men, they were eliminated by the Butcher. So Bear Country is out. And number 13... No, team number 14. Team number 14 came out, the Death Triangle. The Death Triangle, that's Pac and Ray Phoenix. So yeah, Pac and Ray Phoenix, they came out, they attacked everybody. And then, they attacked everyone. They eliminated the Blade and Quinn. So Blade is out, and Mark Quinn is out. Team number 15 came out, Silver and Reynolds of the Dark Order. They took out SCU. And then Reynolds, he had a power driver on Jungle Boy on top of Christopher Daniels, who was laying on the floor. And then Reynolds and Silver, they eliminated Isaiah Cassidy. So therefore, Private Party, they're out. And then SCU, they eliminated the Butcher. So the Butcher and the Blade is gone. Ray Phoenix, he eliminated Christopher Daniels. Jungle Boy, he eliminated Alex Reynolds. And then Pac, he eliminated Kazarian. So SCU is out. And we had the final four. It was Phoenix and Pac of the Death Triangle. And we had Silver representing the Dark Order and Jungle Boy representing the Jurassic Express. And we had kicks to Pac from Silver. And then Phoenix, this is my favorite part of the match. We had Phoenix, he ran on the top rope and he kicked John Silver, who was over the top rope. He kicked him. He kicked John Silver and he eliminated John Silver. So yeah, that was cool. And then Jungle Boy, he eliminated Pac. And then so now we have the final two. Is Phoenix and Jungle Boy, and they were going back and forth with chops. We had a tope suicida to Jungle Boy, a wicked tope suicida. Phoenix landed in the front row when he hit that move. And, you know, they had one referee was saying that, oh, Phoenix got eliminated. No, he did not. He did not get eliminated. He went through the ropes. And that's what Aubrey Edwards was telling the other referee. It was like, no, he did not get eliminated. He went through the ropes. And then yeah, we had Jungle Boy. He had a super kick on Phoenix, and he followed that up with a poison Rana. And so yeah, they were still fighting. Phoenix was fighting back, and we had Phoenix. He had a kick on Jungle Boy. He kicked Jungle Boy, and then he ended up eliminating Jungle Boy. So Phoenix and Pac they win. So the Death Triangle wins and are the number one contenders for the tag team titles. And so yeah, that was it, man. That was it. Did not like the interference in his match, you know. But it was still good. It was still good. You know, hectic. Too many people in the match. It was a cluster. It was clustered up. But it was still entertaining and stuff like that. And so yeah, right after that we had Paul Wight. He was being interviewed, and he was talking about the mystery person, and he said that the mystery person would be a person, a great worker or something like that. He said. And so yeah, that was it with that. After this, we had the AEW Women's Championship match. It was Riho Mizunami, who won the AEW Women's Eliminator Tournament, versus Hikaru Shida, who is the AEW Women's Champion. And so I did not care about this match. Did not care about this match, but it was still good. It was a great match, but I did not like it. I mean, didn't well, not the fact I didn't like it. It's the fact that I didn't care about it. And so yeah, they were going back and forth for strikes, and we had chops to Shida, and then Mizunami. I don't know what the hell she was doing, dude. Doing her theatrics. It looked like she was doing mime, like a mime would do, like grabbing a rope. She was doing that and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't even know what that was. And so yeah, Shida she hit a knee strike on Mizunami, and then Shida she went for a jumping knee from the chair, and then Mizunami caught her and threw her in the crowd. And we had a series of leg drops to Shida, and then Shida she kicked out. And we had a diving drop kick to Mizunami, she kicked out. We had a dude buster on Mizunami on the stage ramp. And then we had headbutts to Shida and clotheslines to Shida from Mizunami. And then Shida she hit a finishing move to Tomoshi to Mizunami, but Mizunami she got back up on her feet and hit a clothesline. And then yeah, right after that, Shida she got up. She got right back up after she got hit with that clothesline. And she hit another Tomoshi. And Shida she could not go for the cover. She could not go for the cover. And so they were going back and forth with elbow strikes. You know, the same elbow strikes that they were doing on Dynamite when they were shaking with their left hand. They held each other's hand and they were giving each other elbow strikes and stuff like that. They were doing that. And yeah, yeah, not Shida. We had Mizunami. She hit a Uranagi on Shida, and then she followed it up with a spear. And then Mizunami, she hit her finishing move, the guillotine leg drop to Shida, and she kicked out at the last second. That was a damn near fall. And so, yeah, Shida, she hit an enziguri kick to Mizunami, and she followed it up with a German suplex, a straightjacket German suplex to Mizunami. And she no-sold it. No-sold it. She got right back up on her feet. And then we had strikes to Mizunami. We had Shida, she hit a Falcon Arrow to Mizunami. She kicked out. And I don't even know if you guys caught this, though. But at one point, it looked like Shida, she had poked Mizunami in her eye. It looked like she poked her in the eye and just rolled her up for a small package. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I saw that, man. And then right after that, we had Hikaru Shida. She hit a Tomoshi finishing move to Mizunami. And Mizunami, she kicked out again. So this is the second or third time Shida hit a finishing move. And Mizunami kicked out of it. And then Shida, she hit a corkscrew knee strike to Mizunami to win the match. And that was it. That was the end of the match. And Hikaru Shida wins and is still the AEW Women's Champion. And so right after the match, they were celebrating. You know, Shida was celebrating her win. And so Shida, she tried to help up Mizunami. But Nyla Rose came out and attacked Shida and Mizunami. And then Britt Baker came out too. Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, and Maki Itoh, they came out and attacked Shida and Mizunami. And so Thunder Rosa, she came out with her theme music. Why do these people need to come out to their theme music? I don't know. But yeah, she ran out to the ring and she chased off Rose, Itoh, and Baker. You know, she chased off all three of those people. Three of them that attacked Shida and Mizunami. And so yeah, that was it. That was it, man. And so, yeah, we'll have a 6 women's tag team match on Dynamite. It's going to be Rosa and Shida and Mizunami versus Rose, Baker, and Itoh. And that's on Wednesday. It was a competitive match between Shida and Mizunami, but I did not care about the match. And so, yeah, then they announced that Double or Nothing will be on Sunday, May 30th. So it's going to be another pay-per-view on Sunday. So that's good. These pay-per-views need to be on Sunday, man. Because Saturday, man, Saturday, people be busy on Saturdays. People want to go out on the town. People be working and stuff like that. Man. But it's good that pay-per-views on Sunday. They need to be on Sundays for forever, man. But yeah, so right after this, we had a match. Well, before the match, we had the best friends. They were being interviewed by Marvez, Alex Marvez. And so, yeah, Marvez, he tried to interview them, but they got attacked by Miro and Kip Sabian from backstage. And so Miro, he grabbed Chuck Taylor and just smashed his head through that window of the door. And so, yeah, Chuck is bleeding and stuff like that. And so Miro, he looked at the camera and he was like, "Play my music." And so, why do they need to play your music? Just go to the ring, dude. And so, yeah, they played his music. He dragged out Chuck Taylor. And so, yeah, so it was basically a handicap match. So they took out Orange Cassidy backstage, but they focused their attention on Chuck Taylor. And so, yeah, so it was a handicap match. It was Miro and Kip Sabian versus Chuck Taylor. And so, yeah, they were beating down Chuck Taylor. And then we had Chuck Taylor. He fought back. And, Cassidy, he came right back out. He came out. He was limping and stuff like that. And then he hit a orange punch to Miro. And he had a tope suicida on Kip Sabian. And he had a diving DDT to Sabian. And then he had a beach break. So, yeah, they hit a beach break stomp combo. So, it's kind of like their tag team finishing move. And then we had Taylor hit a power driver on Sabian. And then Miro, he broke up the pin at the last second. And then Cassidy, he hit his most devastating kicks on Miro. And then Miro, he tried to fight back. And then Cassidy hit a stunt dog millionaire on Miro. And then he hit an orange punch on Miro. And at one point we had Orange Cassidy and Miro, they were fighting. Penelope Ford, she was on the apron. She was trying to distract the referee. And so Miro, he had pushed Orange Cassidy into Penelope Ford. And so Penelope Ford, she fell off the apron. And so, yeah, Sabian, he goes right after Penelope Ford, checking on her and stuff like that. And so Sabian, he was the legal person. And so the referee pointed that out. And so Miro had threw Sabian right back into the ring. And so he tagged out and went back to go check on his wife. And then, yeah, Miro, at one point, he almost lost. Chuck Taylor rolled him up. Miro kicked out. And so Miro, he was going for kicks. He had a kick and he had a Machka kick. He followed up with a game over submission move, his accolade finishing move, submission move, to win the match. So Chuck Taylor tapped out. So Miro and Kip Sabian didn't win the match, and that was it. Did not care about this match. Don't even care about the feud, bro. Did not care about it. And so, yeah, it looks like it's not even over yet. It's not even over yet. I was going with the best friends to win the match. So Miro can turn on Kip Sabian, have Kip Sabian take the pinfall, and have Miro beat up Kip Sabian. That's what I was going for. But they didn't go that way. And so, yeah, right after that, we have Alex Marvez. Alex Marvez, he interviewed Chris Jericho and MJF. And, saying that they failed to capture the tag team titles and stuff like that. And then Jericho said, "I never failed at anything in my life. We failed." He called Alex Marvez a fathead and stuff like that. And then they announced that there's going to be the Inner Circle War Council. The Inner Circle War Council on Wednesday. So, yeah, Jericho, he was like, because there are going to be major changes in the Inner Circle. So we're going to have the Inner Circle War Council because there needs to be a change in the Inner Circle. And then MJF, he was like, "You know what? I agree with you. There should be change in the Inner Circle." And so I was like, man, MJF, he's going to kick out Jericho. He's going to turn on Chris Jericho, and they're going to kick Jericho out of the group. That's what I think is going to happen. But, yeah, that was it with the match. And so right after this was the big money match. And it was Big Money Matt Hardy versus Hangman Adam Page. And the winner would get their opponent's first quarter earnings. And so yeah, we had a fallaway slam to Hardy, and so Page tried to go for his buckshot lariat, but Hardy he moves out the way. And then Page he dove. They were fighting outside the ring. Page he dove on Matt Hardy from the stairs. And yeah, Hardy he bites at Page's hand, so he was targeting the hands. So that was the story of the match. He was going after the hands and the arm. He was biting at it, and then Page he fought back. He had a Death Valley driver on Hardy. He kicked out, and then yeah, not Hardy. Page he went for a springboard clothesline, and then yeah, Hardy he had a twist of fate on Page outside of the ring. Outside the ring on the floor. So the referee is counting. And Page he made it right back into the ring at 9. So he almost got counted out right there. And so yeah, we had a German suplex to Page from Hardy from the middle rope. And then Page he had a discus elbow on Hardy. And then Page he had his outside moonsault to Hardy. And then he followed that up with a diving crossbody to Hardy, and Hardy kicks out. Hardy hit a crucifix powerbomb to Page. He kicked out. And then Page he went for his Deadeye finishing move to Hardy. And then Private Party, they interfered. They tried to interfere. And so Page he took out Private Party Matt. Yeah, not Matt. He took out Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. And then Page he tried to go for the buckshot lariat, but Hardy he turned it into a side effect. And then Hardy hit his twist of fate finishing move to Page. Page kicked out. And then Private Party tried to get involved again. And so the Dark Order, the whole entire Dark Order, they came out and attacked Private Party. And then, yeah, at one point, Hardy, he knocked out Page. He knocked him out of the ring. And so the Dark Order, they were outside the ring. They held on to Page. They pushed him back up. And then so Page, he ended up hit his buckshot lariat on Hardy to win the match. So that was it. So, yeah, Page, he wins. And he will be getting Hardy's first quarter earnings. And so right after that, we had Page and the Dark Order. They were celebrating. They were hugging. Gave each other a group hug. And they had the beer. They were drinking the beer and stuff like that. Yeah, it was good. It was okay. The match was okay. You know, the ending, it was a feel-good moment for Page. You know, Page, he could say that he's not going to join the Dark Order all he wants, but he's still going to join the Dark Order. That's what I think. He's still going to join the Dark Order. I think he'll be the leader of the Dark Order. He might end up being the leader of the Dark Order because you ain't going to have Page not be the leader if he's in the group. And so, yeah, that was it. And so right after this was the ladder match. The ladder match, it was brutal. The ladder match was really brutal. And, you know, I was confused with the ladder match. I didn't know why. At first, I didn't even know why Jake the Snake Roberts was out there. I don't know why Arn Anderson was out there. Like, the managers should never have been allowed. They should have never been allowed to be out there. Because they were in the way. They were both in the way. Arn Anderson was in the way, and Jake the Snake Roberts was in the way. So they should have just kept their managers in the back. And so yeah, the ladder match, it was Max Caster versus Lance Archer with Jake the Snake Roberts in his corner versus Scorpio Sky versus Pentagon versus Cody Rhodes with Arn Anderson in his corner versus the mystery person. The mystery person was Ethan Page, all ego Ethan Page. And so at that point I was like, was that the mystery person that Big Show was talking about? And so that's what I thought, but it wasn't. That wasn't the case. And so, yeah, man, these people, man, they beat the hell out of each other, man. They really did. We had Archer. He threw the ladder at Page and Sky. And then I think the ladder had hit Scorpio Sky right on top of his head, man. And we had a sling blade with the ladder on Archer from Pentagon. And then Jack Evans, again, he got involved again. Jack Evans, who's not in the match, showed up. He tried to help Max Caster. And so 10 had came out, number 10 of the Dark Order, he came out and gave Jack Evans a spine buster on the stage ramp. And then, yeah, and then at one point, this is a dumb move from Cody Rhodes. Cody should know better than this. In the middle of the ladder match, we had Cody Rhodes and we had Ethan Page. They were teaming up. And then at one point, Cody tried to shake Ethan Page's hand. And so Ethan Page, he grabbed his hand, and then Page just kicked him. I was like, dude, what is he? Like, dude, what is Cody thinking? Cody should know better than that. He should know better than that. You in the middle of a ladder match, you want to shake each other's hands? Like, come on, dude. And then we had a tope con hilo on Cody Rhodes and Caster from the ladder. And that was from Pentagon. And then we had a Razor's Edge to Scorpio Sky from Page on top of the ladder, on top, not from the ladder, but on the ladder. He dropped him with the razor's edge on the ladder, while Lance Archer was trapped under the ladder. So that sucked right there, man. And then we had Pentagon, man. Pentagon, he had a Canadian destroyer on Cody Rhodes on the ladder, on the ladder. And the doctors that was checking on Cody Rhodes and ended up taking Cody up to the stage. They're trying to take him out, but Cody don't want to go back. He don't want to go in the back, and so they were trying to take him to the back, but Cody he didn't want to. And so yeah, we had a sunset powerbomb to Paige from Caster from the ladder, and then Sky, Sky he slammed Caster on the ladder, and then we had a frog splash on Caster from Sky on the ladder. So Caster he was laid up on the ladder. We had Scorpio Sky he had a frog splash on Caster, so that hurt it too. And then at one point we had Archer he kneed Sky off the top rope. So Scorpio Sky he was going for a top rope move, and then Lance Archer just ran and gave him a knee strike. And then Scorpio Sky he just crashed and burned through the ladder, through a draping ladder that was outside the ring. So he went right through the ladder. So the ladder is broken. And so yeah, Cody he came back out, and he uses his weight belt. He started whipping everybody with the belt. And then Cody he hit the crossroads on Paige. We had a superplex to Cody from Archer from the top of the ladder. And then we had Max Caster hit his claim to fame elbow drop to Cody from the ladder. And then Archer, he gave choke slams to everybody. Everybody gave choke slams to everybody. And then Archer hit his finish move, the blackout to Caster on the ladder. He hit it on the ladder. And then Archer, he tries to climb. Archer, he did climb the ladder. And we had Ethan Page that came out and just hit Archer from behind, and Archer he just no-sold the punch. He turned around instead of going after the brass ring. Oh yeah, that's what they were fighting for, the brass ring. Instead of going for the brass ring, he ended up going right after Page. Dumb move. Why you didn't just grab the brass ring instead of just going after Ethan Page? And so yeah, he went after Page, and then Page ended up giving him a low blow. And then Page, he had a razor's edge on Lance Archer, man. He had a razor's edge on Lance Archer. Lance Archer is not a small dude. He is not a small dude. He is a big dude. Dude is 6'8". So, yeah, Page, he lifted up Archer and just dropped him with a razor's edge. And so, right after that, we had Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake the Snake Roberts, he got involved in this match, too. And he took out Page. Jake the Snake Roberts had no business being in that ring. He had no business being in that ring. So yeah, he took out Page with a clothesline, short arm clothesline. And then we had Pentagon, he super kicked Jake. And then Scorpio Sky and Cody, they were fighting on the top of the ladder. We had Sky going after the bad arm, Cody's bad arm, which is a smart move. And then he ended up pushing Cody off of the top of the ladder. So he pushed him from his face. He pushed him by the face, just pushed him off the ladder. Cody went crashing and burning through the mat. And so Scorpio Sky, he went up there and he grabbed the brass ring. So he wins the match. He wins the ladder match, and that was it. And so, yeah, that was it. And, and Scorpio Sky, he wins and is the #1 contender for the TNT Championship on Wednesday. So, yeah, I knew a lot of people didn't like this match because of Cody. I was hearing people saying that Cody shouldn't book himself in these championship matches. But here's the thing. Cody didn't win. Cody did not win. It was Scorpio Sky that won. And so, yeah. I knew for a fact Cody was not winning. Cody was not winning because he already had a shot at the TNT Championship. It was either someone that haven't challenged it. I thought it was going to be the mystery person. I thought it was going to be the mystery person who was going to win that ladder match, but it ended up being Scorpio Sky. And I think Scorpio Sky should take the title off of Darby Allin. It's time for Scorpio Sky to shine, man. It's time for him to shine because he haven't been doing much of anything. So yeah, brutal match. And Scorpio Sky, he wins the match and will fight Darby Allin for the TNT Championship on Wednesday. And so yeah, right after this, they announced the mystery person that AEW been overhyping, that been hyping up the entire time. And the mystery person was Christian Cage. And yeah, Christian Cage, he came out, to his theme music, to the TNA theme music. So that was flashbacks to his TNA days and stuff. Like when they did the countdown, I was like, oh snap, it's Christian. It was Christian because this is the same theme song that he used in TNA. So yeah, Christian came out. Everybody was marking out. I was marking out. And not the biggest. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that AEW they overhyped it. They overhyped it by saying, "Oh, this guy's the biggest signing of AEW. He's the biggest signing." Christian is not a big signing for AEW. He's not a big signing for AEW. He's not. When you think of big names, I'm thinking big names. I'm thinking CM Punk, a Batista, or a John Cena. Those are big names. But Christian Cage is not a big name. And but yeah, not the biggest signing for Christian. Not the biggest signing Christian is. But I'm happy. I'm happy for Christian that he did sign with AEW. I'm glad that he signed with AEW. I'm glad that he's getting an opportunity somewhere else. But yeah, the only thing I didn't like is that the fact that they overhyped it. They never should have overhyped it. They should have just said they should have just had Christian Cage come out. You should have just had Christian Cage come out and sign a contract like, "Hey, we have a new signing. We have a new signing." If they just would have said that, or we have a surprise. We have a surprise person that's coming to AEW. We have a surprise that's coming to AEW. They should have just said that. And if Christian would have came out, he would have got a better reaction. But I know some people that were not happy. I know people that were not happy about that. But I'm happy for Christian that he did sign with AEW. Because the WWE they never cared about Edge. Not Edge. They never cared about Christian. They pushed Edge. They thought Edge was the bigger star, so they pushed Edge instead of Christian. And so that's why Christian he left WWE and went to TNA and became a bigger name. And so yeah, happy to see Christian in AEW. What he does in AEW, I don't know. He might have some matches. He has to have some matches, but yeah. So yeah, that was it with that. And so right after this was the street fight. It was Ricky Starks and Brian Cage of Team Taz versus Darby Allin and Sting. And so they were in an undisclosed location. Yeah, Taz was on commentary. They were not in the building. They were somewhere else. And yeah, you had Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. They drove in a nice car to the place they were there at. They got out of the ring. They got out of the car and they were making an entrance to that ring. And then Darby Allin, with Darby Allin, it looked like it was a movie, like a music video with him coming out and stuff like that. And so, yeah, they played his music and stuff like that. He was riding on a skateboard. Sting was driving a truck and stuff like that. Darby Allin was holding on to the truck while making it their way to the ring. And we had some people that were dressed in hoods and wearing the Sting face paint and stuff like that. Darby was wearing the Sting's face paint. And so, yeah, that was it with the entrance. And so we had the people that were dressed in the hoods with the Sting face paint. They were standing around the ring. They were standing outside the ring and stuff like that. And so KG ended up attacking one of them. I think he threw a car tire at one of them. And so, yeah, Sting and Starks, they were going at it. And so Sting, he threw Starks into a wall. And then we had Cage and Allin, they were fighting on the stairwell. And then Cage, he carried up Darby Allin in a suplex position while walking up those stairs on the staircase. So that was really impressive. And then he slammed him. He slammed him on the trash can. He slammed him on the trash can. And so, yeah, at one point we had KG accidentally hit Starks. And then KG tried to powerbomb Allin. But Sting, he ended up spraying a fire extinguisher in Cage's eyes. And then right after that, we had Will Hobbs. Yeah, one person was dressed in a security, like a vest, a tactical vest and stuff like that, wearing an orange mask. And he attacked Allin. And so, yeah, Taz was like, "Oh, who is that?" Like we don't know who that is. We knew it was Will Hobbs. So he took off the mask. It was Will Hobbs. And so, yeah. And then right after that, we had Hook. He came in and joined the attack too. So it was Will Hobbs and Hook. They attacked Allin and Sting. And then at one point, Cage and Hobbs, they were swinging Darby Allin. They was swinging him, like literally swinging him, and they threw him into a window. They threw him into a glass window. And so that was it. That was it with that. And so at the end of the match, dude, it was hard for me to take notes in this match. But in the end of the match, we had Darby Allin hit a coffin drop from the top of the warehouse. That's where they were at a warehouse. He hit a coffin drop from the top of the warehouse. And I think he hit the coffin drop on Hook. I think it was on Hook. I don't remember if it was Hook. So he hit the coffin drop through the center of the building. And so they went through something. It looked like they fell through something. And that was in the middle. It's hard to explain it, but they fell through the middle. And yeah, Sting and Ricky Starks, they were going at it. And then Sting hit a Scorpion Death Drop. He hit a Scorpion Death Drop on Ricky Starks to win the match. So Darby Allin and Sting, they win the match. And this is a great street fight. Great street fight. I love the presentation. The presentation. You know, the back and forth that the hell that they put each other through, and stuff like that. And my next question, man, is what is next? What is next for Team Taz? Because they lost. It was a 4-on-1 and they still lost. It was a 4-on-1 and they still lost, man. So I don't know what's next for Team Taz, but I'm glad this is over. This is over with Team Taz and Darby Allin. And so right after this, man, was the main event. Was the exploding barbed wire death match. And so yeah, man, I love the match. I love the match itself, but I did not like the ending of the match. And so yeah, we had the barbed wire death match, exploding barbed wire death match. We had the referee. He was wearing a fire suit, a white fire suit with a mask on. And then so yeah, Jon Moxley, he came out. I love that jacket that he was wearing. It looked like he was wearing a black leather jacket with spikes on it. And so yeah, I really love that jacket. They said that he was paying homage to the person that created the barbed wire death match, or the exploding barbed wire death match. That's why he was wearing it. And then Kenny Omega, he made his entrance, the AEW World Champion. He came out in regular clothes. Smart that he came out in regular clothes. Because if he would have came out in his ring gear, he would have been torn to shreds. So it was smart by Kenny Omega to wear his regular clothes and not his ring gear. And so yeah, so Don Callis, he came out with Kenny Omega. He was on commentary. And yeah, when the ring announcer Justin Roberts were giving an introduction to Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley, he gave his introduction to Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley was drinking the alcohol and stuff like that. He spit it out. So I thought that was really cool. And so yeah, they were both trying to throw each other into the barbed wire and stuff like that. And then Moxley, he sent Omega out of the ring, but he sent him outside the ring by the ring that didn't have barbed wire on it. And then yeah, we had Moxley, he grabbed a barbed wire baseball bat, he hit Omega with it, and we had a kendo stick to Omega. And so Omega, he had powder in his hands, he threw the powder in Moxley's eyes, and then Omega, he threw Moxley into the barbed wire rope, so the explosion had went off. And then Moxley got exploded a little bit, and then Kenny Omega goes for the cover, Moxley kicks out. And so, yeah, Omega, he was targeting the leg. He hit a Hikaru crusher on Moxley on a trash can. And at that point, Moxley is bleeding. And then we had a barbed wire chair to Omega. So, yeah, we had a barbed wire chair. Moxley, he saws it on Omega, the barbed wire chair. And so, yeah, Omega, he sends Moxley into the barbed wire board. And then Moxley kicks Omega into the barbed wire board twice. And the explosion went off twice. And then, yeah, Moxley slams Omega on the barbed wire chair. And then Moxley, at one point, he grabbed the barbed wire and then just wrapped it around his arm. So, yeah, that was really crazy that he would do something like that. And then we had a snapdragon suplex to Moxley twice. And then Moxley and Omega, they both ran into the barbed wire ring ropes. And then the explosion had went off on both of them. And then at that point, Kenny Omega, he was asking for water. And then Moxley hit a paradigm shift to Omega on the barbed wire board that was outside. They had the landmines outside, so he hit it. And so there wasn't really much of an explosion right there. And so at that point, you had a 10-minute warning, and they were playing some music over it. We had a beautiful power driver to Omega. And then Omega, he kicked out of it. And then Omega hit a power driver on Moxley. Powerbomb to Moxley, and Moxley kicked out. We had Omega hit 2 V-triggers on Moxley. And then, this is my favorite part of the match. Kenny Omega, he hit the one-winged angel on Jon Moxley. And Moxley, he got his foot on the rope. He put his foot on the barbed wire rope, and the explosion had went off, and the explosion had caught Kenny Omega in the face. And it caught Moxley on the leg. So Moxley, he sacrificed his leg to, sacrifice his body to win the match. To not lose the match. And so right after that, we had Gallows and Anderson. They got involved in the match, and they helped Omega. And so, yeah, Moxley, he fought both Anderson and Gallows off with using a baseball barbed wire bat. And then Kenny Omega, he grabbed one. He grabbed the barbed wire baseball bat. He hit Moxley with it, and the barbed wire bat exploded in Moxley's face. And then right after that, to end the match, we had Kenny Omega hit the one-winged angel on Jon Moxley on that sitting chair. So that was really crazy. That was brutal. So yeah, he hit the one-winged angel on Jon Moxley on the chair, and he went for the cover 1, 2, 3, and Omega wins the match and is still the AEW World Champion. And so yeah, right after the match, we had Omega and the Good Brothers. The Good Brothers, they were attacking Jon Moxley. And yeah, they were attacking Jon Moxley. They were beating him up. They handcuffed him. They beat him up while he was handcuffed. And then, the timer was still going off. And so, yeah, I think, I forget what they were. I think they were at 20 seconds or something like that. And Omega, the Good Brothers, they got the hell out of there. They got out of there. They got out of the ring because the ring was about to explode when the 30 minutes was up. So they got out. And so they left Jon Moxley in the ring. And so the timer was going off. It was at 10, 9. And then so Eddie Kingston, he came out. Eddie Kingston had came out. And he tried to help Moxley. And so the Butcher and the Blade, they tried to stop Eddie Kingston from helping Jon Moxley. So Eddie Kingston just pushed him out of the way. Ran into the ring, tried to help Jon Moxley get out of the ring. And so the time had ran out. It went to 0. And so we thought the whole ring was about to explode. And the ringside was about to explode. And, everybody was backing up. Everybody was backing up too. Everybody was backing up because everybody was thinking, hey man, this whole arena, this whole ringside is about to blow up. And so time had ran out. And, Eddie Kingston was on top of Jon Moxley. He was covering him, trying to protect Jon Moxley. And so the explosion had went off. Quote unquote, the explosion had went off. And that was it. Like, dude, it was not an explosion. Like, dude, it was a mini explosion. I was thinking the inside of the ring was gonna blow up. It was just the ropes. And that was it. The ropes and the side of the ring was blowing up. It wasn't even an explosion. This was bad, man. This was bad. That explosion was bad. It was not good. The match itself was good. The match itself was great, but the ending towards that match was not good. It was not good. And that's sad though. Like the Moxley and Omega barbed wire death match is gonna be remembered for the ending. It's gonna be remembered for the ending, the botch ending. That's what they're gonna remember this match as, for the botch ending, and not the hell that they went through, man. Cause they beat the hell out of each other, man. They beat the crap out of each other, and that sucks that they're not gonna be remembered for that, but they're gonna be remembered for the botch ending. And so yeah, man, that was it with that, man. The doctors were attending to Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. And Eddie Kingston, he had to sell for this. He had to sell for this freaking trash explosion. And so Eddie Kingston, he sold it. He sold it like he actually got shot. But man, it was not an explosion. So that was really terrible. Very disappointing at the end of this match and the end of this show. And the crowd was booing too. And they were chanting refund. I heard that. But yeah, man, that was it with Dynamite. I mean, not Dynamite. That was it with Revolution. Not a bad show. Wasn't the best show. It was a fun show, very entertaining show. The main event was good. The match itself was great, but the ending towards the ending match, the ending was not good. It was not good. It was terrible. The street fight, I love the street fight. The tag team match, I love that. And yeah, but it was still a fun show. It was a good show. Wasn't the best show. Wasn't a bad show. But they could have done a better job with this show. And the time limit for this show, man. They need to do a better job with the time limit. But I see why. The pay-per-views are too long. But these pay-per-views do not need to be long. But yeah, man, that was it with Dynamite. I mean, not Dynamite, Revolution. That was it with Revolution. And yeah, that was it. And so yeah, so Wednesday, man, Wednesday night on AEW Dynamite, Wednesday night, bro. Everybody's gonna be looking forward to that show, cause everybody's looking forward to that show because of what happened on Revolution. So yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Cause what happened, like everything that happened on this show, is gonna translate to what, like people want to know. People want to know what's gonna happen on Dynamite. So everybody's looking forward towards the Dynamite episode. But yeah, man, that was it with Dynamite. Oh, I keep saying Dynamite. That was it with Revolution 2021. And if you like this video, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you'll be the first ones to know when my next video will come out. Because I'm here each and every single week. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications so you don't miss out. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. Comment down below. Tell me how you felt about this, about Revolution. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you even watch it? And yeah, just let me know in the comment section. And share this video with each and every single person that you come across on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, thank you for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, and on Saturday I was live with my guy, my friend, Rated R for Wrestling. And yeah, we was live. We were doing our predictions for the AEW Revolution. If you missed that video, I'm gonna put the link down in the description, so make sure y'all check that out. And so yeah, thank you guys for all the support. Thank you. And take care, stay safe. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. And see you guys on Tuesday. Tuesday for Impact Wrestling. And yeah, see you guys for Tuesday. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and that's that.